All right, yes, this is still the Daybreak Show on Rockcity 101.9 FM in the city of Abeokuta. Yes, yes, and yes, this is the voice of the people. Well, we announced this earlier on. There's going to be a slight change in the program. Instead of the quick take, we have some special guests here with us. Don't worry, you are not going to miss anything. It's still going to be the usual interactive, the usual educating segment of the show. Trust me, at the end of the next 30 minutes, you agree with me that our guest this morning has something else. Well, Dele Ayodo is my name. I won't forget that. All right, straight on, like I said, to my right.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Russ Fisher-Ives. I'm Global Director for RoboRAVE International, a robotics competition that's happening today and tomorrow at the Obasanjo Library.
And to my left.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Darcy Zotter. I'm the Public Affairs Officer at U.S. Consulate Lagos.
All right, for the purpose of this next 30 minutes, I'll just address them as Rob and Darcy. That's the way to be also address them. They tricked me. Well, not tricked me this morning. A little education, something I never thought this morning. He asked me a question I'm going to ask the listeners. Do you have a robot? We've talked about robot here before and the different things the Western world are trying to do about robots, the invasion, how robot will soon take over your homes. That everything. He tricked me, well, not tricked like I said, he actually educated. Do you have a robot? I'm sure the answer will be no to many of us, but you actually do. I'll tell you what your robot is before the end of the day. Okay, why are you here, Rob?
Well, we came here as a guest of the United States Consulate. We established a relationship with a young man out of Lagos, Kingsley Amade, who is our director for RoboRAVE Nigeria. And we've been working all over the world to bring robotics education, the opportunity for kids to engage in 21st century technology. And so today we are here to open up a new path using Nigeria as a model so that we can teach not just the little kids but the big kids what robotics is, how easy it is to get involved, so that we can use Nigeria as a model to take it across Africa.
That's it. Because I understand you speak a lot of this Pacific language, Mandarin, and all these things. Is this part of the things you are importing to these kids here too?
I wouldn't say that we're importing it. I would say that the spark is already here in Nigeria. And what we're doing is we're working to amplify it. I think that there's a deep Nigerian interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And robotics education brings all of those together and amplifies them. So we didn't import it, it's here. We're just working to bring it to the forefront.
Darcy, what exactly is the U.S. government trying to achieve in this program, this robotics program that you're bringing to Vegas?
This is part of the United States government's support for economic development and the creation of opportunities here in Nigeria. So for instance, in addition to this program, also here in Abeokuta today, we have the opening of Code Liners. What that is a program where we're training 200 high school teachers to code. They'll go back to their classrooms. So this is part of what we're trying to do here. You, for instance, we hope. Our target audience, as Russ says, is all young kids and old kids. So we're looking particular at sparking interest in education and moving forward.
Yeah. Darcy, you're right on point on that, and your question is excellent. You know, a lot of times we think of just bringing materials to kids. Well, RoboRAVE is open to any kid, anywhere. And we say 8 to 98. The idea is we have to help with the teachers, we have to help with the parents, we have to help with the kids of all ages, because we're changing community. RoboRAVE, we have a competition, but we are much more about collaboration. How do we help each other work as teams to raise the whole community to learn new skills? And the way we do it, we don't have them sit down in a classroom and listen to lectures. They play. They get involved with activities that are going to teach them the content in context so that they understand, oh, this is why I'm doing this. This is how this code works. And then they ask for more. And once they start asking for more, you now have created the inquisitiveness, or you've generated more in inquiry from the learner. And that comes from all ages.
Okay, is it going to be just one day of thing? I'm trying to look at how you intend to entrench these, make this part of those who be it, and then it becomes a continuous thing here.
We started Monday and we worked with two different groups of adults, very different, journalists and educators. And the next day we worked with two other groups, alumni from the U.S. Consulate programs, as well as other educators from public and private schools. So we've begun to build the base of of adult interest. Now we come to Abeokuta and we've got 2 days of events. But the beautiful support coming from the U.S. Consulate is that they've got support going on to set up 5 centers excuse me, I don't remember all the cities, but 5 different centers here in Nigeria to continue that momentum. One step at a time. And from there, we build programs out into the communities, and then we have a program that can come back and continue to grow. And these students, they all qualify. Just by participation, they qualify for RoboRAVE International, which will be held in the U.S. in May of 2018.
When you look at all this, the RoboRAVE International and the competition you come up with, what is the long-term goal? What are your hopes to achieve?
To improve the world, not just change the world, to improve the world, to give opportunity to kids worldwide so that they don't just look and see the technology being used. You know, our motto for RoboRAVE since day one, today's play, tomorrow's pay. The idea is if we engage these kids young, they pick up skills that are going to give them the opportunity to be employed, not just in Nigeria, but they can be employable worldwide. So that's our long-term goal. Give kids more opportunity at low cost.
Now, Russ, this is your first time in Nigeria.
Yeah.
All right. Now, African seen by so many parts of the world as a thought world country. We talk about Nigeria, but most countries in Africa. What's your perception about the level of education, not only general education now, but also as regards programming, as regards robotics, as
Right.
regards information technology, and what are the prospects?
You know, let me take it from kind of a global view and see the similarities that I see here in Nigeria. India, South America, you know, countries we've gone to that quote unquote are third world. But I have seen hope and opportunity in every single community I've gone to in this world. It comes down to the human spirit, the attitude. If you believe you can, then you do. So we are bringing in opportunity, and we spark that interest. You know, we had a TV interview yesterday in Lagos. Within 30 minutes, we had a 17-year-old Nigerian boy, right, I'm so excited. I do robots. I do programming. I want to get involved. So that potential is alive and here in Nigeria. Now, with that said, we also understand that money is always an obstacle. It's a challenge. So our company is working on producing a robot, small but programmable, at less than $20 a robot. And when we can bring the cost down that low, then we are able to extend that resource to more and more people. So the key is low cost, high value.
All right, yes, you still Deborah Show, Rockcity 101.9 FM. No worries, a special edition. We have some special guests just talking about robots. I asked that question earlier on. That was the question Rob asked me earlier on. Do you have a robot at home? Do you have? I said I don't, and he said, yes, you do. I was wondering, have I even ever seen one except on TV and all that? He said, you do. And he pointed to my handset. they just say that's a robot, and really look at it, think about it, that's a robot. You command it and it does so many things to you.
Before we engage our audience very questions, a lot of people are going to ask me questions now. But let me ask you, what exactly is the U.S. Consulate represent for students or what kind of roles, especially in America, that's seeking higher education, especially for
What we're planning to do, we've got several different ways we're approaching this. One, we have a center at both Abuja and Lagos called Education USA. So I'm just going to say that slowly so people can get in touch with it. It's all one word, educationusa.state.gov. And if they go on that site, they're going to find out about a wealth of opportunities. The other thing I want to strongly emphasize is currently our colleges and universities across the United States are looking for qualified students to go into the STEM field. There are countless numbers of scholarships, some partial, some full, for Nigerian students to go to the United States and study. So I can't encourage you enough. If this is your passion, this is the field you're interested in, now is the time to go look for a scholarship in the US. It's there for you.
all right, as mentioned before, student loans, features okay? The student loan is 809-868-7874. You can also shorten into 120. You have conditions at 4,068 of space and switch into 7 8 you can easily purchase on Twitter at Twitter companies at Rockcity FM and on my Facebook fan page Rockcity FM 101.9 Sunset. In the studio, Russ Fisher-Ives. He's the president of RoboRAVE, the International Robotics Education and Competition. Also, we have the people here, and we have Darcy. Darcy is the public affairs foreign officer at the U.S. Consulate, the U.S. Consul General Office in D.C. All right, let's take two calls first. Then we check social media and short news. Who's on the line?
All right, let's of course. Morning. Good morning. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you for your question. This is a program that gets started because people have passion. It may have government support, but it's not going to be dependent on government support. It's built by a community group that's going to continue working with students and teachers around Nigeria. So it will continue because there's a passion in the organic movement that is happening here in Nigeria. So uh, I see it having the same potential as other countries that have now been going 6, 7, 8, 9 years because of the passion of the people here.
And I would just like to follow up with that and to say that the US government's support for this type of activity, which sparks interest in STEM, is going to continue.
Uh, hello. Okay. Morning. You are on. Yeah, give us your name. They are listening. He says good morning. All right, Big Daddy. All right, Vic, that he wants to find out, considering the nature of Nigeria's African conservative level, do you think when they get used to robots, do you think that will not bring fresh problem into the system?
Sir, if you look around your community, I can show you examples of robotics already in place in the Nigerian culture. Your cell phone, your computer, your car, your TV all have control units, microprocessors. These require programming. So people around the world are already working with robotic systems. What we're using through RoboRAVE is using a robotic tool to help provide instruction for teachers to teach concepts like math, like physics, so that they can begin to see why it's important to learn and they can see the application of how it's being used. So robotics is here. We want to make sure the coming generation is going to be ready to extend into that opportunity as they grow older.
Okay, can you move away from your radio, please? Hello, good morning. All right, did you get the question?
How to correspond?
Okay, yes.
Sir, let me give you a web address, and that will get you directly to the director for RoboRAVE Nigeria. And if you have a pen, it is RoboRAVE, RoboRAVE.org.ng. That will take you to the RoboRAVE Nigeria website. You can also then contact people to maintain that correspondence, because it's very important that you stay up to date with what's going on so you can become involved in the future.
All right, I hope you understand that language.
Quickly, let's check out the tweet coming in. This one coming from Yemi at Yemi Davichi. I must commend the U.S. Consulate for bringing this trade into Nigeria to lead more of this for better human capital development. What does one require to be a part of this program? I'm very passionate about STEM and how we can localize scientific knowledge. All right, thank you, Yemi Davichi. Time Walani tweeted this. I tuned in late. Can you please do a recap of what the program was about? I'm a programmer and I'm interested in anything coding. Well,
Just stay tuned there. Yeah, just stay tuned very well.
If you're interested in programming and coding, of course you can get in touch with RoboRAVE. Russ talked about how this is for people like you and how you can tap into the potential of RoboRAVE and the competition. And Yamina Vinci once again says the human capital potential of Nigerians is not limited to arts alone. We can make enormous impact in science and advancement. Okay, Darcy, that time when I was interested in anything coding, and is there any help?
And STEM, education, coding and STEM, yeah.
Well, if they are here, I strongly encourage them to come tomorrow to the Presidential Palace.
Presidential Library.
Sorry, Presidential Library, sorry. And that they can see firsthand exactly what we're talking about. Secondly, the two websites we talked about, RoboRAVE and also Education USA. I would encourage them to go to those sites. .state.gov.
.state.gov.
Yes.
Okay, educationusa.state.gov.
If they come to the library, they should be there between 8 and 9 o'clock.
8 and 8:30.
8 and 8:30, excuse me. 8 and 8:30, they can come. We're going to have some opening ceremonies, short, and then we're going to get right to it. With people, they're going to be able to see people young. Turn it over to Russ.
Yeah, once the opening ceremonies are done, the idea is the students move in to begin to code and practice with their robots. We have a culture of collaboration, so you're going to see us continually tell teams help each other. It's not about one group becoming the best. It's about the whole community growing and becoming better. So you're going to see this dynamic environment, kids moving between their laptops and the tracks, practicing, cheering, going, oh, it didn't work, but that's okay. You come back and do it again.
Hello, who's on the line? Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, please. Very brief. Thank you very much. We have a studio platform for that. Pius from Shagir is asking this question. How can we engage in this program? Or is that an answer to by Darcy and of course Russ? How does the program enhance economic development and particularly empowerment of the youth? Pastor Diane Shofar presented that. So that has also been taken care of by our guest. Is there a room for the elderly? One for the society. Secondly, what benefits are there for the people? Haji Busra from Puto said
Okay, that's it. Let's quickly tackle that. Mhm. Any room for the elderly?
Real quickly, yes, kids, any kid anywhere, 8 to 98. So your age does not restrict you until you get really old. But the other is roborave.org.ng for direct communication locally.
And then I'd just like to add educationusa.state.gov for opportunities in this field.
All right, I am sure another beautiful period you've had with these two people, Reverend. I'll be there. Let's see what those of you who also come there tomorrow who also that is told us, except you are over 98 plus. That's why you are no longer a kid. I'm sure many of us falls within that. Okay, yes, stay tuned. Programming continues on the Daybreak Show. 9 o'clock will be time for the brand and industry segment. 9:15. Yes, Citizens Forum will continue to look at the MENA Sega. Don't go anywhere. Dele Ayodo is my name.
many thanks to you, Ross.
Thank you.
Very much. Ross Fisher-Ives is the president of IF Incorporated and the global director of RoboRAVE International Global Television and Communication. We will have you. Of course, we have Darcy Zotter. Correct.
It is, thank you.
Darcy Zotter is the public affairs officer at the U.S. Consulate office in New York. It's so wonderful having you.
It's been a pleasure.
All right. Tomorrow we'll have, hopefully we'll have a nice time and get to see if I can also come up with a
Please.
All right, Toby, Joseph, stay tuned.